Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashay, back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if this message resonates with you. We do have $50 readings available at the time of this reading, so if you've been wanting to lock in with your girl, now would definitely be the time. I'm going to be channeling for you personally what you need to know right now. And if you haven't already joined Patreon family, make sure you go ahead and join us over there where we have exclusive rituals, readings, and spiritual deep dives, and we're building a really powerful space. So, quick heads up, y'all might hear some noise in the background. We're getting some work done on our house. So if you hear anything, banging, strange sounds, don't mind it, because I wasn't about to let that stopped this message from coming through, because Spirit said this one had to come out right now. So let's go ahead and get into today's message, because this one right here, y'all, this one is so deep. So let me just say this right now. This message is not for everybody. This is a very specific, spiritually layered, multi-generational reading. This is for somebody who's been feeling like something's been off their whole life, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. You felt like you were fighting battles that weren't yours. Like your life has been blocked. It's been chaotic. It's been painful in ways that just didn't make sense. Okay. And so we're pulling back the veil today. So let's start at the beginning. So there is a woman here. For a lot of you, this is your aunt. This woman was obsessed with the man, not a soulmate, not a divine partnership, a karmic masculine who came with baggage, instability, legal issues, emotionally unavailable, and just lies. But she was so desperate to keep him. She was so desperate that she crossed over into the spiritual to do it. She went to a practitioner, a root worker, a conjurer, a spiritualist, whatever, and she wanted to do a love spell. She wanted this man to stay, to be faithful, to build a life with her, to create this picture perfect vision of what she thought family was supposed to look like. But the practitioner either was spiritually corrupt or was working with dark energies. And they told her there would be a cost. Not money, not offerings, but a sacrifice. And this is when everything pretty much changed. So because this aunt didn't choose to sacrifice herself, she didn't offer her own energy, she chose your mother, her own sister, and your mother's children, you and possibly your siblings. See, this is like deeper than like just love. This was never really about like the man. This was about like power and control and her image and validation. She was willing to sell out her own blood to get it, because she had this deep, unhealed father wound. And some of you, your aunt and your mother, they didn't share the same dad. She always carried that. She grew up feeling less than, like the outsider, like the one who had to fight harder to be seen. And when your mom received love, attention, care, support, this aunt started to resent her. She watched her mom blossom in ways she could never. Maybe your mom was more beautiful. Maybe she was free-spirited. Maybe men were drawn to her. Or maybe she just had this divine feminine energy that your aunt didn't know how to fully embody. And so when this karmic man came along, she wasn't trying to just keep him. She was trying to finally win this sibling rivalry, to prove that she could get love, she could build a family, she could create something her sister could never. But in order to do that, she had to destroy her sister's legacy. And so after the spiritual work was done, after she made that sacrifice, your mother started to change. She didn't even know what hit her. It felt like everything just started to fall apart. Sudden depression, confusion, addictions, toxic relationships, losing jobs, legal issues, instability. She wasn't just struggling, she was under spiritual attack. And to make matters worse, your aunt started telling lies. She's crazy. She's always been out of there. You guys just didn't know. She doesn't take care of her kids. She's a lost cause. And maybe she even, stepped in to help you and your siblings. Maybe she said, I'm just going to do the right thing. Right? But behind closed doors, she was reaping spiritual benefits off of the destruction that she had caused. Your mom started internalizing this pain. She couldn't explain it, but she felt it. That something in her spirit was broken, and she started to spiral, maybe through drugs, maybe through sex, maybe through silence. She lost her light, but she didn't lose it by accident. It was stolen. Your aunt stepped into her inheritance. She tried to wear your mom's favor, tried to wear a crown that didn't belong to her. And your mother became the cautionary tale, the scapegoat, the example of what not to be, who not to be, what not to do. But baby, your mother was sacrificed. You didn't just lose your mother, you lost your place in the bloodline. This is the impact that this had on you. This is the impact this had on your siblings. You lost your place in the bloodline. You were overlooked. You were abandoned. You were compared to cousins. You were silenced. You were pitted against your siblings. And some of your siblings may have even turned against each other. Some of y'all repeated the same pain that your mama went through, okay? Because you guys weren't the problem though. You guys were literally born into spiritual warfare. But now, you're being reclaimed. And for a while, it looked like it worked. She had the house, the man, the car, the image, while your mother was suffering, while you were struggling. But stolen destinies don't last, because divine inheritance is protected. And when you try to reroute something that doesn't belong to you, it eventually collapses. So eventually what happened was this spell started to wear off. This man started pulling away, getting locked up for some of you, okay? Acting up, cheating on her. So what did she do? She went back. She went back to the practitioner. Can you fix it? He's slipping up. What do I have to sacrifice now? And the cycles kept going for more rituals, more energy, more pieces of her own soul and yours. And that's why your healing has felt like hell, because every time you tried to rise, something unseen was pulling you down. And so what happens now is she becomes the ritual. She is the offering. She's the sacrifice. She's the curse turned in on itself. And so you'll notice that she can't keep a man. Her kids are going through it. Somebody's in and out of jail. She's abusing substances. Her body's deteriorating. Her mind's unraveling. She's in spiritual prison, locked in the very cage she built for others. She's the Jezebel. She's manipulative. She's desperate. She's delusional. But this veil is thinning. The mask is slipping, and spirit is dragging all of this to the light. And you're seeing it clearly now, not just what she did, but how it felt. You're starting to see your mother through a new lens, not broken, not lost, but betrayed. And you're being called to rewrite this story. You are your mother's redemption. You are her return. Maybe some of you guys have had this resentment against your mother because you felt like she wasn't there for you in the way that she needed. And I'm not discounting your pain. I'm not discounting things that may have happened. But again, this is a very specific message. And the road to healing is a long one. But you're going to start to see your mother through a new lens if this message is for you. So because spirit is balancing the scales, and all the lies are going to come to light. All the energy that's stolen is going to be returned. All the damage done is being accounted for. And you don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to curse nobody. You don't have to get even, because spirit is already handling it. And now is your turn to reclaim your power, to recenter your voice, to realign with your purpose, because you are the curse breaker. You're the one sent to restore this order. And let it be known, your mother was light. She was chosen. She was a chosen one. She was the original. And when they couldn't be her, they tried to destroy her. But you carry her torch. You carry her wisdom. You carry her restoration. And so this curse ends with you. The cycle breaks here. It doesn't go another generation. It doesn't touch your kids. It doesn't ride your back anymore, so to speak. You are the wall, you are the sword, and you are the damn flame. And you're going to start to see this aunt. And for some of y'all, it may not be an aunt. It could just be a woman in your family. But I was hearing specifically an aunt, somebody that was supposed to be very close to your mother, somebody who your mother confided in. She's going to start to have issues with her health. That was the main thing coming out here, okay? Is she's going to start to have issues with her health, okay? It's so interesting to me, you guys, because literally that's why it's so important to heal our wounds. And I feel like I want to dive deeper into this message, you guys, because I'm also hearing as I'm recording this that your aunt or this woman was like a spiritual handler for your mom to keep her never really fulfilling her life purpose. So I think I want to do a part 2. Y'all let me know if y'all want a part 2. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment below. Say, yeah, that's me. If you want your own channel reading, I'm offering the $50 sessions, okay? And if you haven't already, joined us over on Patreon. Rewriting history. Because what they tried to bury you under, you're about to bloom from. Period. Ashe.